lost in all the talk of who should replace Pat Elflein at right guard, it's probably going to be Drew Samia, is what about Oli Udoh? What about the pride of Elon, go Phoenix, Cy? Why not Oli Udoh? Because if the Vikings truly are committed on getting the best five offensive linemen on the field, which I question their honesty about that, how is Oli Udoh not even considered? That's what we want to know. So let's talk about that today. So Oli Udoh, you know the name, was a sixth-round pick out of Elon, 6'5", 336, 23 years old. Both of his parents are doctors, and he's talked about getting into medicine after he's done just absolutely crushing souls on the Vikings offensive line for hopefully 10 years plus. Just an impressive young man, and also he's the size of a tank. And I love this guy. It started 45 games for Elon, all at right tackle. First team FCS All-American 2018. Combine, just an absolute monster. 95th percentile for wingspan. And just yes. And also the whole, well, you can't move to guard because he doesn't have the movement skills to be a guard. Hogwash. Sorry for cursing, but for that I say hogwash. So here's an overlay of the Oli Udoh and Drew Samia spider charts. Udoh's in blue, Samia's in red. So Samia has him slightly in bench and also in short shuttle, but Oli destroys Samia in the jumps, which is more important with that short area explosiveness. 40-yard dash, weight edges him in the three cone as well. And Drew Samia is damn fine as a guard. He destroyed things at Oklahoma. He'll do things if he ends up starting here for the Vikings. So yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. Also on tape too, Oli Udoh moves just fine. As a rookie in 2019, looked good in training camp. Was a preseason stud. Recorded a 74.6 PFF grade in pass blocking, as well as only allowed 2 pressures on 53 snaps. 0 goose egg D'Angelo Russell sacks. Also, he's redshirt. He made the roster, but was basically redshirted all season until week 17 against the Bears. Played well in 31 snaps. Just showed that raw strength, the athleticism. Looked great in pass sets. I think he was far ahead of where a lot of people expect him to be, because that is a big jump. You know, Elon, Vikings, rest of the NFL, but that anchor is rock solid, which is why I think that he could really thrive on the inside. And yeah, you could make some very valid points. It's the points that we make about our skepticism about Ezra Cleveland kicking inside. Is Udoh, is he a little bit too tall to play inside? He's too tall for her, and that is a thing in guard, because at a certain point height does have diminishing returns, because it is the low man wins inside. But frankly, I think that Udoh plays with a much lower center of gravity than Ezra Cleveland. He obviously has a size, obviously has better anchor. That's why I think that he could translate way better inside. Also, the week 17 game, that is a prime example of why you should take PFF grades with a grain of salt. Just don't be like, his grade is this, he's good. His grade is this, he's bad. So we've watched every single snap of that game multiple times, and he played great. He allowed 0 pressures, but PFF gave him a 53.4 overall grade. So context is key here. PFF really dings players for penalties, and Udoh had 2 of them that game. One of them pretty dubious, pretty marginal, and then the second one was he was pushing a pile after a play, after someone took a shot at Mike Boone. So frankly, I want offensive linemen who are going to go to bat for their teammates. I will take that every single damn time and twice on Sunday. So, so what is the plan for Oli? What's the long-term plan? Because do they see him as a starter? Because if they do, the only way that he would start at right tackle is if they move Brian O'Neill over to the left side, which was the hypothesized, probably never going to happen, complete bluff during the Riley Reef pay cut negotiations. I don't think that was ever going to really happen. But Oli Udoh, even though we're talking up his athleticism, I don't really see him translating to left tackle. He never played left tackle in college. So if he is going to play at the NFL level, I think he'll be on the right side or at guard. But if the plan is still Ezra Cleveland, Brian O'Neill at tackles, which I think it should be, enough with this Ezra guard malarkey, it artificially caps Udoh as just a backup right tackle. And again, if you're trying to farm out and cultivate the best possible talent, I mean, that seems like a waste. It does. So why not at least experiment with him at guard? Why in 2019? Why didn't he get any preseason reps there? How come he didn't get any training camp looks there this time around? Why isn't he even being considered to replace Pat Elflein? Because he's got the best anchor on the team. He will not be pushed around inside. His athleticism is extremely underrated, and he would be a rock of physicality in between Garrett Bradbury and Brian O'Neill, who frankly could use it. They will love to have a guy that they don't have to worry about in between them. So play Oli Udoh at guard, you cowards. But other than that, I'm indifferent about it. All right, so your thoughts. Oli Udoh at guard. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, pull us up in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.